Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of 214henjoyers. This is probably, I think, episode 19 or so. Damn, I've been doing this for years. So here I'm joined with, from the first to the left, I got this handsome man right here. What's his name? Oh, in fact, there's two.
Actually,
There's two handsome men. I didn't realize.
No, you gotta include yourself, Leavc. There's three.
Alright. There's three. Alright, so to my right, this old man right here. Let me see.
Oh, that's gotta be me. I'm Pariah.
Yeah.
Alright, Pariah, hello. Alright, and after Pariah, we got this beautiful
Westfield. Oh.
Amazing intro right
Hi,
here.
I'm Texas Tibbers. I hope that y'all are having an amazing morning.
Alright, and last but not least, we got
Westfield.
Westy.
Hi, everybody.
Hello. Alright, so not long
Thank you
ago.
for having us on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's fine. Alright, so like around a week-ish to a week ago, like SHARELOVE just ended, yeah? Like I think it was a week ago, so am I missing?
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, it ended the end of February, so.
Yeah, so like it's around like a week. Two. Oh damn. It's been 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yep.
Scheduling.
Time flies.
Scheduling has been tough, but you know. Anyways, I hope y'all are, whoever's listening right now, had or will have like a good St. Patty's Day, because it's coming up. I hope you all stay safe. Don't drink too much in the public.
I didn't.
You know. Yeah. So, okay, this year I wasn't really as prepared for SHARELOVE because during February I was a bit busy, but. Was there any like fun moments you guys had when you guys played in events?
I don't think there wasn't non-fun moments. It was just backed up with nothing but like amazing events this year.
Yeah, for sure.
So what?
There was a ton of really fun stuff. I think that the getting to have, now that we have some team members that are local, getting to have people over for ping pong was an absolute blast, and also cooking. We got to have RC and Kopi both came over for both ping pong and cooking, and it was an absolute blast.
Hey, alright, I don't mean to brag, but I used to be nationally ranked in ping pong, right?
Oh.
Wait, really? We gotta play.
You gotta come over and let us.
Nah, I'm all the way in New York. I can't go to Texas that easily.
Yeah, we'll have to go to New York then.
Nah. All right. So what? Yeah. So what events did you all host? Because I see there's like a lot of events here that I'm seeing right here.
Yeah, so I can kick us off. Our kickoff stream was for the Valentine's lovers, right? So it was me and Slate Maze on Valentine's Day, and we did essentially like a gauntlet. We tried to make $1 million in the time that we had. It was like only 7 hours, and $1 million, you get points and money based off of games and how well you play together in those co-op games together. So yeah, me and him played a slew of games, and we just loved it. It was fantastic. I love playing games with Slate Maze. And then on the 15th, we had our cooking event where I hosted, but everyone else participated. So, Pariah, tell me about your experience with that, I guess.
I mean, the cooking event was super awesome. All the food was very delicious. I personally ended up cooking some more like simple stuff. I made little pepperoni roses that were very good. I tried to make some apple pie roses as well that didn't turn out as aesthetically good.
They were so tasty though.
Westy made, I'm trying to remember, you made the heart cut out potatoes, right?
Yeah,
And
tzatziki
those
sauce.
were super cool with the tzatziki sauce, yeah. And then Kopi made these delicious pancakes. What were they called? They were
Like
red
a
velvet
souffle.
souffle pancakes, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots
they were
of red and lots of
fluffy.
rose.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's
Very
for
Valentine's theme.
the share love for the Valentine's theming, and then RC hooked us up with some delicious pasta and meat sauce, and it was all so good. And it was a fun experience too. You know, having that many people cooking in a kitchen can be really stressful, but I think that we came into it really prepared and like knocked it out of the park in terms of like nobody was really stepping over each other. We had a great camera set up where we were able to like zoom in on each other's dishes whenever we wanted to. It was really cool.
Yeah,
I was proud of that.
I think you guys had learned a lot from that blindfold, mute, and like what?
yeah.
that scuffed cooking stream that I saw. I think
It was so funny.
yeah, but
Yeah, and then I got to host one of my favorite events that I've gotten to do so far, which was we had an ex League of Legends pro come in and we had people sign up to 1v1 them for donations to charity, which
really?
is super cool. So West Rice popped in and helped us out with that. And, you know, a lot of people were really excited to get a chance to actually play against the pro. And a decent number of people got wins on him in the 1v1. So it was pretty fun to
That's
watch.
nice. So do we have like some potential players that might, you know, make some noise in the pro setting?
Oh yeah, we
Yeah,
did
for sure.
super well. We like. Well, I just want to say, like, 1v1s are not a really good indicator of how you'll participate in like the pro league.
Yeah.
However, it is a great opportunity for some of our players to really strut their stuff. They did.
It was really fun.
Yeah, and you know, last year was that reminded me of last year's what's it called, the you and me and you duo bracket. Last year it was kind of bad. Last year there were a lot of people confused. You know, remember how people did not know how to play and we had to like organize a lot of stuff. It was kind of a fire. But this year it was
took a lot of hand holding.
Yeah. This year surprisingly, like no one, like it went smoothly. Like I don't think anyone had a single problem. Was it?
Yeah.
No, it was basically completely smooth. It you know, I got those gifts from last year that really lay out how to explain how to do the duo bracket. There have been some people who there's not as many other duo brackets that are happening right now, so people weren't getting the rules confused with other brackets, formats and stuff like that. And I think that we learned a lot in terms of like making sure to keep the format streamlined as much as possible, because that was really the biggest hurdle whenever you're doing these like fun the fun like side brackets or like weird brackets that aren't standard formatting is like, yeah, they're cool and they're fun, but they can take so long. And you can have fun playing in a bracket, but if you have to wait 2 hours for your bracket set, you're no longer having fun. You're just being held hostage.
I feel that isn't that being held hostage? That sounds really familiar. Yeah, I think because on that Saturday, didn't you guys have a really fun little archipelago stream?
Yeah.
Before that, though, I do want to shout out. So 6MF is an event that we do every single year. Meta Mischief is the owner of Off Meta Gaming, and we do this event every year for their birthday. And I can remember Meta's mischievous. Hold on, mischievous. Oh man, Friday edition. I'm trying to search in their Discord to remember what the name for it is. Meta's Mischievous Mashing Massacre Mayhem Monday.
What the fuck?
Friday edition.
Damn.
That's why we call it 6MF.
Friday edition.
because the first year their birthday was on a Monday, but we didn't have a time slot until Friday to actually do it. And it's super fun. A bunch of drinking and a bunch of people just kind of coming together. We did Deadlock street brawl to start it off, and then basically everyone submitted a game and then played that game 1v1 against meta, and then we had like drinking game rules throughout the whole night. It's an absolute blast of an event, and it is people drunkenly singing happy birthday at 2 in the morning, and
that's kind of terrifying. That sounds kind of terrifying, but hey, as long as you all stay safe.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, everyone's at home.
yeah, and it's also like there's a bunch of there's a bunch of cool like weird games. Like I played Rocket League against meta, and I hadn't played Rocket League in 6 years, but I was like, you know what, this would be a funny one to do a 1v1 in. I got completely wrecked. I was not prepared. Or you're doing like different fighting games or like really old fighting games and stuff like that. It's a blast.
I see. Like, glad y'all had fun drinking.
As for the Archipelago
really,
stream, though.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah,
I was
no,
gonna say-
it's really about getting together and like making memories and making jokes and like laughing. And
I see.
Yeah.
the event in general is about like normalizing the conversation and really like in your circles. And so getting another gaming group together every year and pulling them into this charity event is always so heartwarming.
Alright, what were you gonna say?
You had asked about the Archipelago stream,
Yeah.
and I just super want to shout out Squanto. Every single
Yeah.
year, Squanto gets this huge group together and runs an Archipelago stream like game setup, which is, everybody's games get linked together and items for each other's games get spread out across everything. You have to progress together. And it's like an 8-hour long event, but it's so much fun every year, and he gets better at doing it every year too. We had a ton of new games, and it's just great to have everybody like working together to a common goal and stuff, and while playing their favorite types of games. It's a really good event.
Yeah, so what was that whole deal about Wii Sports crashing out?
Well,
What do you
Wii Sports
mean?
crashed out so much less this year than last year. He got stuck
Crashing out
playing.
during that Archipelago is like it happens every year, it's a funny, it's one of those kind of events that like the frustration and the bit of like, oh man, I'm like hard stuck, I can't get out of this until someone else finds their thing. That frustration is the fun of Archipelago, right? It's like
Mhm.
some of it is the fun of the randomizer and like, oh my god, a goofy thing happened. But then the other part is like, I've been stuck for 2 hours not being able to progress in Spelunky because somebody hasn't unlocked the next stage. Please God, somebody help me. Get me out of here.
Yeah. Wii's game that he picked in particular was the final boss was a very challenging kind of final boss. So it took a little bit to get through.
We spent literally 2 hours on that final boss, and it was like a 45-second cutscene into a really, really long final boss that had no checkpoints in it at all. And so at any point that he died, it was just straight back to the beginning, rewatch the whole minute-long cutscene, like.
Or anyone else died and all because we had Deathlink on,
Oh,
Oh,
that's tough. That is tough. Yes, but damn, what was I even talking about? Yeah, I mean, I see a lot of like events going on here and like a lot of people hosting it. How are you guys able to like manage and schedule the time for all of them and have it all work out?
Well, we did it a little bit differently this year.
Yeah.
We in previous years we had kind of come to the team and come to the community and been like, all right, these 2 weeks we're doing Share Love. Whatever you want to do, whenever you want to do it. And then once we get all the community events wrangled, then, us will come in and be like, all right, we're going to make sure that every other day is filled out. So that we have at least one event every day, but some days we might have 2 events or 3 events happening or something like that. and this year we decided to kind of streamline things a little bit better and make it a little bit more like readable. And you can see in some of our old graphics and stuff where it'd be like, oh well, this random, it's Friday and we have 4 events happening on Friday, and stuff will happen where like I won't be able to go and meet up for the Archipelago stream because I have other stuff that I have to do that evening or something like that. And so this year we were like, okay, we're actually gonna be much more structured with it this year, and we're gonna have 1 event per day, and we're just going to plan out the last half of the month and make sure it'll be easier because we're spreading our events out. It'll be easier to have an event every day, and it'll be nicer because we will be able to get days off. We're not hosting events literally every single day, going through even if there's like overlap or anything like that, which was really nice.
Yes. So how early did you have to like start planning this out? I mean, I don't really know when you guys just like spreadsheet, whatever things going on back there.
So honestly, this is a constant process because we always do charity events and we have some throughout the year. We know that we're going to do an Archipelago event for Share Love, and we know we're going to do our brackets will turn into like our weekly brackets, like 2xKOG, Kirby's Dreamland, Aspiring Champions, Fight Sticks and Flash Kicks. Those brackets, or if they fall between the dates, are automatically getting turned into a charity event. We love including our like pre-standing community, and really love them having the opportunity to give back to the cause. So really we figure out when's the dates and who is available and let people cook from there. Like last year this time, Deadlock wasn't the thing, it was Marvel Rivals, right? So we look at like what does the community want, and what are they currently cooking on, and let's go from there. Like we did Minecraft. Usually Minecraft sticks around, League of Legends sticks around every year. It's getting easier and easier every year to sort of fill in the gaps, and things just sort of fall into place. But with an event like this, I would recommend 3 months in advance, 2 months in advance, really thinking about it. 1 month in advance, you should be pushing out advertising. But for us, because we're a charity-centered org, people are already sort of like in the know, so we don't have to do as much prep work as like a org that's never done a charity event before.
I see. I mean, you guys have been doing this for like years, so like there's like obviously like a lot of experience that happened, like that you guys had to learn from those experiences. I mean, I remember last year was kind of it was a bit messy. A bit. Last year
was the only reason why we ever run into problems with these types of events is we have so many people who care and so many people who want to show up and do something, and sometimes it's their first time ever streaming, and so it's not just, oh hey, let's help you get set up with running an event, but it's also, let's help you get set up with streaming,
Yeah.
There's a lot that really gets tagged in together, and which we don't ever mind doing, but it's really just like the problems of success. There's only a limited amount of time, and you've got so many people.
Yeah, I mean, there's like, since there's like a lot of people and like so many events happened this year. Oh yeah, that was the last year's Skyper's little thingy. Yeah, that was Skyper. Skyper had a really big run last year. But anyways, what was your all's favorite event to run or like play in this year? I unfortunately didn't really have time to like play any of them, so I would like to hear about your guys' perspective.
Oh man, I can tell you one of my all-time favorites. Bro v Bro. So Pariah, he always hosts this event. Yeah, he always hosts this event, right? And he plays against his bros, and he goes head to head with them in like whatever it is. But he picked me this year, and he learned the hard way. It was crazy.
I usually end up watching. I would struggle to call myself a big Ludwig fan. I don't feel like I identify as a big Ludwig fan, but I watch a lot of his videos, and I think that his Bro v Bro series has always been an absolute banger. And he reworked it this year to a different kind of Bro v Bro, to where you set up a bingo board, a like lockout bingo board of generic challenges, and then you can play any game to accomplish those challenges. So, you know, I might boot up Hades and go pet Cerberus and get my pet a dog slot covered. I may, you know, boot up Minecraft and build a house in Minecraft and to get that slot covered and stuff like that. And it came down absolutely to the wire.
Second.
It was, yeah, it was
crazy.
the difference, but the difference maker was I started a League of Legends ARAM about 10 minutes before Tibber started her Marvel Rivals game, and her Marvel Rivals game ended before my ARAM did,
Oof.
unfortunately. But it was an absolute blast and had a bunch of really cool like challenges in there. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the Infinitecraft. I love Infinitecraft, and one of the challenges that I did was, or one of the squares that I did, was getting the craft all the way to the word charity, and that was so hard, and I was so proud of myself for getting that done.
Do you still
It was
remember
really,
the route?
really good. What was that?
Do you still remember what route we took?
It was I had gotten to like Titanic, and then like King and Queen, and then I got into some like money stuff like beggar and stuff like that, and money and poor, and then from there I was able to get to it was something to do with like love and money or something like that I put together, and then that got to charity.
Damn. That seems like a hassle, but
It was rough. There was a couple of times where I just sat there and I was like, I don't know, man. I'm just gonna throw random stuff at the wall. I'm stuck in everything that I do is leading to volcano for some reason. Get me out of here.
volcano. All path leads to volcano.
It's true.
True.
Yeah, so
I think one of my favorite events that I got to participate in this year was Daniel Saz's event. They put together a Minecraft build event where us and like a whole bunch of other people got their own little plots of land where we could build whatever we wanted. And then at the end, chat got to like vote on which builds they liked the most. And there was so much creativity. It was insane. Like, people really went above and beyond to come out with some really crazy fun ideas. There was one that was like a whole storytelling as you're like walking through this jumping puzzle situation, and like at the end a giant like nuke explodes and destroys the entire art piece, which was crazy. Yeah, people put some like really heartfelt like stuff for ShareLove out there as well, so it was really fun to see. Everybody had a good time.
Yeah, but okay, I just remembered, in the past few years there was always this who can win XXX heart. Where did that go this year? What happened?
So I unfortunately had a lot of work during this time, so I didn't have time to host it. But it maybe next year. We'll see.
Nice.
We do have some other events that like obviously like with the archipelago coming back and all like things come and go, people doing playthroughs. So this year I didn't get to do a who can win somebody's heart, but next year I hope to.
Yeah, that's because that was a really classic event. I was kind of curious about, but it's fine. You all had a lot of fun. A lot like more fun events, but wait, since we had talked about a lot of like share love, could you like tell people about what the charity is?
Yeah, for sure, I can take that on. Or You can, yeah, you give it a go, Perez.
I'll give it a go. So the purpose of Share Love is to come together with our community, and it's sort of similar to the format that Extra Life uses, where the Share Love event is a hub where people are going to come to and then spread out to their individual charities from there. But the main focus is domestic violence recovery and domestic violence shelters as well. And we originally, the main focus for us was the family place, which is local here in Texas. But as the team grew and as the event grew, we wanted more options. We wanted more versatility with stuff like Tiltify, Matcherino, and stuff like that. This year, there were 3 main charities. The primary one was, I'm so sorry.
The Joyful Heart.
The Joyful Heart. Thank you, guys. The Joyful Heart Foundation. The secondary one was UNICEF, because they're linked up with Matcherino. So all of our Matcherino charity donations went towards UNICEF. And then we did still get, I think, $100 raised towards the family place this year, which was really, really cool.
Yeah.
I think Ion Stream had that during their Souls-like playthroughs. And so it's a variety of different charity organizations that we're donating to, but Share Love is kind of the hub that people are wanting to come to, and the way that we are wanting to kind of spread some of that message. And, you know, it can be very hard. You know, we try to be very careful about our phrasing, and we're doing stuff like playing fighting games, trying to commentate fighting games, or, you know, there's a lot of, for better or worse, there's a lot of violent themes in some of the games that we're playing, and we work really hard to, as part of spreading that message, make sure that, hey, we're being very careful about the language that we're using. We want you as the audience to know we are not using certain language during this week because it's a charity event for domestic violence charity. We not only want to be sensitive to those situations, but we want to use that change in how we're talking about things to help spread awareness for it as well.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, so did you guys have an amount this year that you guys know that you guys, Jesus Christ, I can't say English. How much you guys raised?
I have the number right here. We are sitting at $1,179 raised this year.
Wow.
Ooh.
Amazing. Yeah, so I mean, this was a really fun event, but not saying it's bad or anything. I hope you get what I mean. But what do you think you guys could like do better in this year? Like, what probably went wrong, or like. Yeah. Were there anything that went wrong? Everything went wrong? Wait, what? What?
If I had my way, we would all be millionaires and not have jobs, so we could make this event what it would be. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's always the struggle of, you know, we have to focus on, and to an extent, focus on making sure that our like life balance is where it needs to be in order to put on the great events. Because nobody wants to see, you know, me and Tibbers booting up into Bro v Bro. We're both fucking exhausted and got no energy or no like love for the game to bring into the situation, right? And so if I could change anything, it would be us having more free time at the start of the year, because I feel like we got to the start of the year and it felt like we were still recovering from Extra Life this year, and there was a lot of life that was happening, and but we pushed through. We still made it happen, which I'm super proud of. But if I could change anything, it would be more free time and more time to get eyes on all of these cool projects that we're doing, because I think that more people would like to be engaging with stuff like Share Love.
Damn, I just realized that's kind of turned into like a little interview. I was not expecting that, but.
No, I love it.
Anyways,
that's great.
Yeah.
I like hard-hitting questions. Send them my way.
Yeah, no, I mean, so. Oh, sorry. What were you gonna say?
Oh, go ahead. I was gonna say also, like, when things go wrong or things get messy or oh shoot, we forgot blah blah blah, right? It really is we always take feedback and we run with it the next year. And that's why, like, it's really hard to top what we did last year with, you know, like, because it's hard to keep improving, but the feedback from people and their experiences we really listen, and we take it to the next year, you know?
I see.
So I love it.
Yeah, so I guess yeah, about you say next year, do you have any specific plans you think you might take on next year? Like changes?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm so excited. One, I really want to be able to participate in the archipelago. So over the next year, I'm gonna be grinding out a game that is compatible, and I'm not gonna say which one, but I'm gonna do it.
Okay, I'll be excited to see. I'll be excited to see.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh, how about?
I think from my end, I one thing I would really like to do, it's something that we do pretty well already, but I'd really like to expand on it some more, is like getting more outreach to communities that are maybe not as in the know on like some of the stuff that we're doing. You know, we've been building out into a bunch of different gaming spaces recently with like Deadlock and League of Legends and stuff, and Marvel Rivals even. And I know there's a lot of communities out there that I'd love to bring in, you know, maybe even some people who are running events in those spaces to come in and join up and be a part of ShareLove as well, because I think that's part of ShareLove that I love the most. Just like there's so much community building that goes on, and that's really nice.
Part of ShareLove that you love the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have a really bad, but yeah, I mean, yeah. So I think that might be it for this little unexpected turned into podcasting here. Is there anything you guys want to like? Oh yeah. So what's your plans for the coming up few months? I know there is something coming up.
Pride FGC is coming up.
Yeah.
That is gonna be our next big hitter, and it is a all-inclusive charity event for the Trevor Project that we host in June. The dates this year, let me go look. Do you have that on lock somewhere, Pariah? Let me see.
June 12th to the 14th.
June 12th to the 14th.
Yeah.
I'll be back from Anime Expo. Oh, no.
Nice.
June. Oh wait, no. June is. Oh, never mind. Anime Expo is July. Anyways, I have Anime. So yeah, June.
You're fine.
Yeah. Do you guys have any insider information, or are you guys not allowed to share that?
So Odin's Eye Gaming is the main host for Pride FGC, and what we do every year is we do the outreach for different communities and different teams to run their sets and brackets for each game type. So last year we had like 18 plus games, 18 plus brackets or something like that.
It was wild.
It was huge. We had like 400 something participants. It was really, really successful. Also, the amount of people that just showed up because they wanted to be around other people that they knew were an inclusive, safe space that also enjoyed the games that they enjoy. It was so heartwarming. So this upcoming year, we don't plan on changing any of that. We're also going to have our artist and our shops and our merch and all of our stuff is already pre-set up. So we are about to launch taking applications for the next TO set, and that's coming up. So if you're listening and you're interested in hosting a bracket or an event for Pride FGC in June, let us know.
Really?
Right.
Or being a featured cosplayer.
Yeah.
Those are my favorites.
Oh,
they're so great.
So good.
Damn, don't remind me of cosplay. I'm still working on that. I've been working on that shit for 5 months. But anyways, yeah, I think that might be it for this. So is there any last things you guys want to share?
Thanks for putting on this podcast. It's always a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, no,
It's a blast.
No problem. Alright, so this has been your host, Leavc, ending off episode 19 over here. I usually do an intro, no, an outro. I'm kind of seeing how this work. I think it's, yeah, nah, I'm not doing this in the future. Anyways, you can say your byes.
You're the best.
Bye.
Alright, bye. Hope you all have a nice
Bye.
day.
You too, Leafsy.
Thanks, Lisi.